Hey, lesson 92, we are multiplying binomials. A binomial is not a monomial because you have both a single term here added or subtracted to another term. So because you've got two parts, not linked by multiply divide, a binomial needs to be linked by add or subtract, then this is thought of as a 1-2 polynomial. More than one term. This is just a monomial, one term. But if you do 3 plus b or 3x minus p, these are binomials. Bi like bicycle. Two part. When they're fused with multiply, then that's a monomial. Mono means one. One part, one term. Each section, each individual piece to these polynomials or monomials are called terms. Now when you multiply them, it's not as easy as multiplying monomials. So that's really all we're doing in a problem like what's the area of a rectangle, not with dimensions like we're used to, but with binomial directions. X plus 3 by x plus 2. We put them into parentheses and multiply them. The book shows you why this is by drawing out squares and breaking this up into specific steps, why it works this way, and that's fine, but I'm going to accelerate just because I can't record giant videos every time. Eventually they get you to the point where you're learning FOIL, which means you multiply the first terms in the binomials, then the outside terms, then inside terms, and last terms. That's called FOIL. So in this case, the first terms are x times x. The outside terms are x times 2, not plus, even though I know we've got this plus thing here, but we're multiplying in the FOIL method because that's what this is right here, is multiply. Inside terms would be 3 times x. And I'm running out of room, so I'm going to write it over here. Last terms are 3 times 2. You add all that together, it becomes your final product. So this is x squared. This is 2x. This is 3x. And this is 6. Okay, that's an answer, but we need to finish by checking if it's in simplest forms. And I see like terms here. So you put that together. What is 2x plus 3x? 5x. We have multiplied binomials using what's called the FOIL method. Okay. First, then the outside terms, inside terms, final or last terms, which really finds this area, right? We multiplied these two by each other. The area was x squared plus 5x plus 6. So sometimes they might say instead of multiply, which is really what this is, we're expanding. To expand, we multiply the binomials. First is x times x. Outside is x times 2. Inside would be these two, 3x. And last is 3 times 2. This is the same one we just did. So good review, right? All right, so finding area of a rectangle and multiplying two measures, even if they're binomials, is really the same process. So I'll have you do A, and then pick 2 from D through K. Notice sometimes, like letter K, it's not two variables, So you could, with 20 plus 2 and 20 minus 2, you could, you could solve it like we used to by solving in parentheses, PEMDAS, and then multiply, which would be 22 times 18. That is an answer. It will actually come out to the same thing as if we FOILed. So 400 plus negative 40 plus positive 40 minus 4. These cancel out. The nice thing about FOIL is I can do this in my head. This cancels out, positive and minus. So it's just 400 minus 4. In my head, I was able to learn that letter K is 396. But you could also just type in 22 times 18 like the old way. So do A and then pick 2.